think San Francisco's linebacker, might be the better one to have to deal with. But very similar if you're talking about rushing on the edge. Watt, Bosa, very similar type players. I think it's Highsmith that didn't play in the game. Didn't play in the game. So
halfway between Boston and Providence, it's the home of the Patriots.
A little bit.
Gillette Stadium
they couldn't
in
block his
Foxborough.
ass, so maybe Dallas caught a break.
You factor some kind of way to get Ferguson.
Third and final of the games today, this wild card Sunday. It might be the best of the bunch. And off we go on EA Sports.
To me,
and he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So the Jets offense ready to take over for the first time. They are led by their quarterback, the future Hall of Famer, Aaron Rodgers.
49ers
getting your team to the playoffs, Mike, that's a massive accomplishment for any quarterback. But if he wants to take them on a deep run, can he find the balance of playing mistake-free football while also maintaining that aggressive approach that has gotten them here in the first place? It's certainly not going to be easy. This place is going to be rocking, and their opponents, their championship aspirations of their own. But as long as he doesn't let the moment get too big for him, his team's going to have a shot to move on to next week.
Through linebackers
try again.
And safeties
it's second
and
and
all
10.
kinds of things going on, and guys get lost along the way. Can't tell you how many times George Kittle
the first
gets
back
lost
taken in the 2022 draft,
because
Hall.
the defense he's playing
and
tight,
get
or
about
he's playing maybe a
the 30-yard line.
Playing in line, or they're playing him in a
Here
bunch.
now, third and 5.
Look, and now all of a sudden he's running a route. And there's all this, all this stuff going on.
Working
and
out of the gun, it's Rodgers. He'll look middle, and he's got his man
I remember
complete.
one time we had
his first catch of the wild card game, and good for a first down.
Cooks ran behind
These third down conversions are just so important. Like everybody stresses, we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
And then ran
a run here with Hall
behind it, and it's just
a nice run.
Space.
Get him about
just
9.
Space. And
it'll bring up second down.
I'm all for anything that creates space for these guys. Your team does not play with a lot of width. Dallas does not play with width.
On play action, Rodgers.
They play with the most
got
width.
A man downfield. It's Wilson.
I didn't mean to confuse
people.
He'll
move this ball way down
Dallas
into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
Any team in the league. Right
first
at
and 10.
27 yards, so 7 yards wider than a lot of teams play. You just think,
we'll
spread people out, do this,
He'll struggle to get
really
back to the line of scrimmage. He gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
What helps teams is their ability to kind of run out of bunch, to kind of run routes, to pick for each other, to run crossing routes.
Looking to throw, it's Rodgers.
Teams are having success.
Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down.
Dallas could have some success with some crossing stuff and some in-breaking routes.
There's one positive remaining. It's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
Which they don't have a lot of separation from, or they don't connect.
This is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
They got to pick off and all that. But, Dallas, they just need to be better at creating more opportunities
and the
for their
Jets
guys.
Are out
if they're not
to
going to
an early
separate, they're not going to be fast
lead.
enough. A
lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
The New England offense getting ready to go to work here. They'll be led by the man from North Carolina, 6'4", quarterback Drake May.
Watch this game, the 49ers
when they turned his name in on that card on draft night, Mike, I think they knew he had a chance to be something special, but I don't think anybody imagined that it would happen this quickly. I mean, to have your team hosting a playoff game in your very first season, That's not an easy thing to do for any quarterback, let alone a rookie.
I think you
But
just
for
need to
them
throw
to
him in
go
that
from
hot
being
water.
a nice story to a true
I don't think there's
contender,
going to be an
he's
easy
going
day
to
for
have
him.
to
I mean,
elevate
maybe
his
when we
game
play like
even more
Carolina,
because on
maybe an
this
easy little
stage,
day for him.
lights are brighter, the stakes are
I was just looking
magnified.
at my little notes
One
on the
bad
analytics here.
decision could be
Bosa
the
lines up
difference
everywhere.
between
He
moving
lines up
on
hard.
and going
Both
home.
sides. I still
How about this though?
Throwing
He's more
on
productive as the
1st and
right
10
end than he is
is
the left
May.
end.
Over the
More
left side.
pressure. Yeah, more pressures, more
Now
sacks.
he'll
Playing
run.
as a right end.
And they'll take
plays
this down
predominantly. I
inside
shouldn't
the
say predominantly.
35.
It's almost 50-50.
And this is
With
something
the
the
left and the
defense
right,
knew
but
they
he's
had to
had more
contain coming
success
in today,
playing
Mike.
over
They worked
the
all week on
opponent's
containing
left tackle.
this quarterback. But here we are,
Sure.
early on in
Besides
the
that, I
game,
mean,
a nice scramble there,
Leonard
good
Floyd ain't
yardage,
really a
and
slouch
he's able to
either.
pick up
You know
the
what I
first
mean?
down.
Brian, you think it's going to be a bad
This
day
one
for our tackles,
complete
man?
to
Do you think
Bourne.
how do we
And he's
balance?
close to another
If
first
you're the
down
play
as he's
caller,
brought down
you're,
just shy of the marker.
if your last name is McCarthy, right?
Here's
How do you
2nd
balance
and
the
2.
idea of
Working
we
out
can
of the gun.
maybe work the
It's
ball
May.
downfield a little bit,
Open man
but
there.
I
It
got
is
to help these
Bourne.
guys because Leonard Floyd
One of the
and
easiest
Nick Bosa
ways to
both
negate these really
whoop
good
ass.
pass
Brian,
rushes in the NFL, Mike,
how do you
is
balance
just to
this? How
simply
would you
get the
balance it?
ball out of the
Well, the
quarterback's
problem
hand
is
as
you and I will
fast
get
as
together
possible.
Monday night
And
after we
sometimes
watch
it's
the
by
game
design,
film,
sometimes it's based on
and then
need.
we'll look at the
But
metrics.
really nice job there
the
by the
game film
quarterback,
will tell
getting
you
into
that
the hands
Dallas
of his
left their
receiver,
tackles out
and
there
then see what he can do after the
75%
catch.
one-on-one. Where they
Every
left their tackles
team
out
makes
there
an emphasis
80%.
on winning
Seen it
first
done.
down, but as
Seen
a
both
defense,
tackles,
when you're able to take
one's
them
at
back for a
78
loss,
and the other's at
2nd and
83.
long, you can really become more of
they,
a pass-centric
you
defense and
always
really
hope.
tips the scales
You
into your
always hope
favor.
that you could do it through spacing. You could do it through
They come to
alignment.
the line needing 11 here on
I
3rd
remember
down.
Kellen Moore, the first time that Steele ever started was against
Operating
the
from the
Los Angeles
shotgun.
Chargers.
It's May.
And it was against
And this is
at the
too
time, Joey
far
Bosa.
over the end line.
And what
It's
did they do to
incomplete.
Joey Bosa? They did not leave
They let a
Steele
golden
out there
opportunity slip
one-on-one the
away
whole
on
game.
that one.
They
That's the
chipped,
matchup that they
they
wanted.
cracked. Let
They
me tell
just
you
couldn't
this.
quite capitalize on it.
You watch teams like
Sly's
Arizona
kick is
play
good.
against the 49ers.
And the Pats
Every
will
chance
tie the
they
game
get
at
to bring
3
a guy in
apiece.
motion and cut
And that's really
Bosa
well
at
done
the
here, Mike.
knees,
I mean,
they were
everything's in
doing
rhythm.
it.
A good snap,
Every
a good
single
hold,
time.
and a good
You
kick
know, you
ties
think
this
it's
game.
cheap, bad, you can call it, hey, it's blocking. But
Jamal
you know what? It
Agnew
slows
now
him
to
up.
return.
It slows him up.
He'll
Having
get
him
this
have
up to the
play low blocks.
28-yard line.
So,
Nice place for the
you feel
drive
like
to start.
that, hey, Dallas,
They'll come
if
up
they
here
want to,
1st
the
and
only
10.
time that Dallas
The
seems to
Jets
go
offense
like
back
max
onto the field
protection
as
is
you
when
take
they
a
go
look at the
two-man
playoff
routes.
race in the
And they try and take a
AFC.
shot down the field.
And he
They
finds a
never
little
do
bit of space.
anything to
He'll take this
put
forward
a
for a
tight end
gain
over there
of 4.
or a back over there or do anything with
Here's
spacing.
2nd and 6.
Geez, I'd love for them to have an extra tackle. Put a damn, put
From
whatever
the
tackles
gun,
dress that game.
Rodgers.
If it's Awesome Richards or
That
whoever,
one
playing.
pinballs around, but it
Just
is
line him up over there
incomplete.
and make Bosa have
Here
to run
comes
through
3rd
people to
and
get
6.
to the ball.
Lions do it. Lions do it all the time.
Hey, hell yeah, they play with Dan
The
Skipper.
shotgun,
And Dan
it's
Skipper
A-Rod.
is
That's
nowhere
over the middle and
athletic enough
take it in. He's
but
got it.
it's just the
And the
thought
defense can't
of
come up
having
with a stop
spacing
there.
over there.
Gain of 7 and a
It's
first
just the
down.
thought of having to deal with a 6'9" or 6'10" offensive tackle.
Conklin goes in motion.
It seems very
On the give,
simplistic,
it's Hall.
but some teams
And
it's
that'll
very,
be
very
a
hard to
pickup
do.
of 3.
And I can say, if I'm Mike McCarthy,
2nd and 7.
now people say, well, damn, Brian Botch, last year,
Another run here with Hall.
and Steele had 17 pass
And
snaps
he's
against
very
this guy.
close to
4
first down
pressures,
yardage. They're
half
going to
a
mark
sack.
him shy, though, at the
These guys
48.
have 1 sack against you.
They'll look
Say,
to
we
pick
can
this
handle
up
it. That's
3rd and a
That's
yard.
the cavalier approach. Oh, we can handle that guy. We can handle him until it's 4-man pressure
To
and
throw,
Dak's getting
it's
sacked
Rodgers.
again. So,
That one on target.
how would I
So
handle
Williams,
it? I
he's
think
got it.
like I said, spacing.
When you decide to
should
throw
be,
the ball on 3rd and 1,
just
typically,
motion
Mike, what you're
across,
doing is you start
trying
from
to
the
cut
top
him.
down. If
Just
you
play
have
with
the
play with
big
his game
shot
a little bit. They played
downfield,
with his
take it.
brother
If
when
not,
he
the
was
quarterback
with the
works to his
Chargers.
progression,
Just play with
finds the
just play
medium
same way.
target,
Chip,
picks up the first down.
space, chop, whatever you have to do.
A
Get
throw
him to
on
slow
the
up.
move is
Play
caught.
caller kind of bother you a little
Certainly
bit.
not the
Right?
biggest play of the day, but
you
a
normally
good
keep it
example
kinda
of
even
picking
and
up
like, hey, I'm
positive
just going
yardage,
to
staying ahead of the
talk
chains
about the
by a
game, and
well-timed ball
I'm not
and
going
a
to talk about
well-timed
nobody's
route.
job. But you normally even about this,
Now,
but the play
Rodgers.
call has been bothering the shit out you a little bit lately.
Open man, he's got Agnew. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a first down.
Because a couple of things. When they tell me that they don't practice well, Need to get back in there. Practice harder.
To the air once more. It's Rodgers.
No need to get in the books.
That's to the running back, Brees Hall.
Our GPS
and he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
I see
I think
mistakes,
this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league, and it results in a negative play.
Okay,
that's caught.
Whether that's
it's Braylon Allen.
Tolbert or whoever.
Get about 6
Brooks,
before he's
whoever.
taken down.
When you block them from 7 yards outside, they're not going to get blocks.
Down. Rodgers.
They're not going to do it. Try and help
Nowhere
your
to
team
go. He is
a little
taken
bit with
down.
some of your play calling. I thought
the
Mike
best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
The offense has just struggled so much just to move the ball.
On comes Grizzled to try the field goal.
It's been a struggle.
Spotted at the 45. This is a 55-yard attempt.
0.8.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Jets will take a 6-3 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense about ready to get going. On their second possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. They'll go play action with May. The throw on the run is complete. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
And these are the throws that when they evaluate young quarterbacks coming out of college, they want to see you be able to make. Everyone worries about how far you can throw the ball. And while that's certainly important, to be able to make the throws from sideline to sideline, especially in those intermediate zones, you drive the ball through space. Because in this league, an open window is going to close in a hurry.
May to throw in trouble, and down he goes.
Like I've said in many Ubisoft videos.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long.
Before we begin, I want to shout out a very close friend of mine in Jimmy Champagne.
Out of the gun, here's May.
Channel, Real Ones. It's a channel
and they're going to get him a second time. He goes
Jimmy is
down
like
again.
the go-to guy when it comes to horror. And this
defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield.
Really good, really interesting, and he's like
but he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return.
I absolutely want to help him out, so that'll be linked down below.
Headed
Please check
back
it out. Jimmy
to take over once more.
Channels alongside me in Retro Rebound and Retro Rewind.
It's Rodgers.
I hope you all
get this complete. It's Williams over the middle.
You're into horror stuff.
And he's going to be taken down to the 37.
With that, though,
this is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
Definitely at the mercy
of people
translating this
and a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be second down.
Had been broken up and dispersed throughout Ubisoft to other projects. And now it seems we do have official confirmation through Eurogamer, who writes Ubisoft responds to report Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown.
That's to the right side.
And in a statement to Eurogamer, the Assassin's Creed
throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really completing high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
His first catch of the wild card game, and good for a first down.
Upon its launch this year, though failed to set kills ringing. The report also suggested the Lost Crown would not receive a sequel.
And this will be a short gain down to the 41-yard line. Devon Dodgeoff there on the tackle. They'll come up on a second down and 8.
For the game's DLC. Here is the official comment. I'm extremely proud of our team's work and passion at Ubisoft Montpellier
and
to
they'll work
create a
this
game
close
that
to a
resonated with
first
players
down,
and critics
maybe
alike,
just
and I
a
am
tad
confident
short.
in its long-term success.
3rd
Abdullah
and a yard.
Elgas, Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, the senior producer, said in a statement to Eurogamer. Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown is now at the end of its post-launch roadmap with 3 free content updates and 1 DLC that released in September.
And he's going to
We are
have the
now
first
focused
down
on making
taken
the game
down
available
after a
to
short
more players.
pickup of
It
5,
recently launched
but
on
it will
Steam
keep the
and will be
drive
available
going.
on Mac by this winter. Most of the team members who worked on Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown have shifted to other projects that will benefit from their expertise. We know players have a love for this brand, and Ubisoft is excited to bring more Prince of Persia experiences in the future. We'll also talk about
incomplete.
that.
What a good job
They moved on
defensively
to
to
3
meet
other
him
projects.
just
What
as the
those are,
ball
we'll
was
get
arriving.
into from
And
Insider
it'll be
Gaming in
second
just a
down.
moment here. But this is really sad to see because I also reviewed Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. It was the first game I reviewed at the top of this year over on Retro Rebound. And we talked about just how great the game was.
He's
It was
got
a
it at the
really,
7.
really good
And
Metroidvania
he's
title.
in.
Surprisingly confident and in a weird way, returning to the roots of what made Prince of Persia Prince of Persia. It started off as a 2D franchise, and granted, it got its legs and its popularity when Ubisoft started to build Prince of Persia in that 3D
and the
space
Jets
on
move out in
PS2
front,
with Sands of
13 to
Time
3.
and so on. But it really did return the series to
Both teams
its roots.
ready to
and
go
I think
once
the moral
more
of the story here
as
is
the
2
kicks
things. Number
away.
1 is that unfortunately, even if you review
Marcus
really
Jones
well, it
now
doesn't mean
to
it's going to result
return.
in a lot of sales. Number
And
2,
he'll bring it
Ubisoft's
out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession.
Where I think
they're in a 10-point hole, 13 to 3. As this drive starts with first down.
We'll talk about that in a moment.
Here's
and number 3
May.
is I do think there's an
He's got his
overestimation
big
on how
tight
much
end,
power
Henry.
right now the Prince of
They'll
Persia
get about
brand
4
has.
here
This
as
project,
he
as
is
we'll read in a
taken
moment,
down.
was greenlit in 2020.
Here's a
and I do
second
think
and
part
6.
of the plan was that Sands of Time remake was going to be out by that point. Because remember, it was supposed to release and then got delayed very shortly before it was actually going to
That'll
release.
be complete
with
to
Ubisoft
Gibson.
now rebooting it. We'll talk
And
about that as well in a moment.
The
But I think
gain
the point
is
was with
6,
Sands
and
of
it's a
Time
new
remake,
set of
if it
downs.
did
He
its thing,
picked
there
up
would be
the
a
first
renewed
down.
interest in Prince of Persia again, and then you get this 2D game as sort of a filler until probably the next remake. And so when that Sands of Time remake wasn't there, you just had an out of nowhere Metroidvania game. And admittedly, this game was also fighting an uphill battle. I remember we all saw Lost Crown, we were like, nah, I don't know about this one, 2D Metroidvania, but it really scratched and clawed its way to critical success. And I think they should be proud of the sales that we're going to see here.
C.J. Mosley,
really
the
good
veteran
for the game, and the
linebacker,
scale,
there
and
to
the
shut it
scope, and
down.
the lack of attention it really got, and the lack of chances it got. So let's not delay any further. Let's get into that information here from Insider Gaming. As always, they have the scoop on Ubisoft, where they say Prince of Persia devs moved to 3 new projects at Ubisoft. Insider Gaming understands the decision to move on from Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown and
Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
Missing internal
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first
Ubisoft
and
was
10.
expecting the Lost Crown to sell similarly to the biggest
They'll work the middle this
Metroidvanias
time with
in the market,
Stevenson.
with millions of units
Not
sold
much there.
in a relatively
He's
short
back to the
space
original
of time.
line. He'll
Prince of
gain
Persia:
on
The
that.
Lost Crown has sold approximately 1 million units at the time of writing. Again, I don't think this is bad at all. This is great sales, I think. But here's the issue. It's the biggest Metroidvanias on the market. Number 1, this game, I don't think got a ton of marketing. Number 2, there wasn't a lot of faith in it. Number 3, we're overestimating the Prince of Persia brand because I feel like, and maybe people disagree with this, but I feel like it was the bridge to Assassin's Creed. A lot of people, I think, were ready to move on from Prince of Persia, as great as it was,
if you could have
because a lot of
2
the
or
ideas
3
were then brought
that could
into
all come in
Assassin's
and contribute
Creed
on
and
the
evolved
ground,
upon and
that's the
made
goal,
much
and we're
better
seeing it
in
here.
that stretch in the early Xbox 360
And he
days.
will get
So
into
it was
the
a
end
clear
zone.
step forward from where Prince of Persia
A.J.
was, where I don't know if many people
Touchdown,
were
New
really
England.
missing it deeply.
We're
Definitely
seeing
we're in the
this
mood
so
for the
much all
idea
across
of
the
arena. But when
NFL,
you see
Mike,
that
is
they
the
wanted this
value
to be
placed
on the
on a
level of the
receiver
biggest Metroidvanias
being able
on the
to
market,
turn into
I mean,
a
you look at
runner
something like
after they're
Metroid
able to
Dread.
secure the
What a
catch. And
phenomenal game
sometimes
that
it's
was. A
easier
top 10
said
game of the year
than
for me
done.
when it came out.
If you
But
want to
the
survive
reality
in this
is
league
that
as a wide receiver,
barely
you
got
have to be
across
able
the
to make
3
plays
million
like
mark.
this
That's a
after the catch.
Nintendo
And
first-party
great
IP.
job there by the
Metroid
quarterback
is
being accurate,
widely
and
known, and
great
that
job
is
by the
one of the
receiver
biggest on the
running
market,
after he
and
makes the
it didn't
catch.
go that far. And not everything can be a Hollow Knight, which just absolutely pops off, develops a massive cult following, and now I think Silk Song is going to
Following the
explode whenever that
touchdown,
game
here's Slide
finally
to kick it
releases.
away.
So I feel like Ubisoft set themselves up for failure with unrealistic
To return is
expectations.
Xavier
And the problem
Gibson.
with unrealistic expectations
And
is
it'll be
runs into the
brought
problem
down
that,
past
say,
the
Square Enix
25.
has many times, where
Decent field
they just
position
expect the
to
world
start
out of
this
these
drive.
games, and when they don't meet that level of
So now the
expectations,
Jets offense ready to
a
take
million
over
sales
once more.
for a new Prince of Persia game
First
in
down for
2024,
Aaron.
especially in a crowded start of
That's
the year
caught
window,
over the middle.
is, I
It's
think,
Wilson.
really good. But none of that is
They'll come up
considered.
here on
None of us know
second
the
down
actual
and
financials
5.
of Ubisoft, and if this was expected to sell 2 million copies or 3 million copies, just because of the fact that they
Shotgun
invested so much into
and
it,
a
or
give to
if
Hall.
this was just, hey, we're
And
not
he'll be
seeing a
stacked
level of
up at
popularity
the
here,
line of
so therefore
scrimmage.
it's not
No
worth
gain
investing
on the
in.
play.
Nonetheless, frustrating to see,
3rd and
and
5.
there's more to get into, as they say. As for which projects Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown developers have joined, it's understood that the majority have since moved on to 3 different projects.
2
Most of the
minutes to
team has
play
joined the
in the
development of
first half
Beyond Good and Evil
of
2,
a
which was
3-point
revived
game.
internally in
Back with
2017.
more
Around a
of the
dozen
AFC
employees have moved on
playoffs
to Project
after this.
OVR, which is the next mainline Ghost Recon game. Around a dozen have also moved on to Project
3rd and
Steambox,
short yardage.
a
It's Roger.
Rayman remake
He
in
doesn't
development
put
at
it away,
Ubisoft
and the ball's
Milan.
out. And
Continuing on, they say
fortunately, one of
Beyond
his
Good and Evil
teammates
2 is
there
a
to
project
save
still
him.
a
He'll
few
wind up getting
years
enough
away,
to
with
pick up
developers
the
across the
first
entire
down.
publisher confused as to why Ubisoft continues to invest tens of millions a year in
The
development,
shotgun,
which it never
it's
will
A-Rod.
likely get back.
And that
Project
ball
Steambox has
intercepted.
also
It's
proved
Christian
somewhat
Gonzalez.
unpopular internally, as
You know, Mike,
original
anytime
creator
a team can
Michelle
go nickel or
Ancel
dime and
looms
come
over
off
the
the field with
project
an
as it
interception, I
consultants.
just am constantly
Developers tell me
reminded of
that
the
Prince of
importance
Persia:
of
Lost Crown was a
defensive back
perfect
depth
project.
when you're
It
building
was
an
first
NFL
pitched
roster. I
in
mean,
June
think back.
2020
This is
and
not
saw
the
a
old
relatively
NFL
straightforward
base
development
3-4,
pipeline,
base
a
4-3.
luxury that most
Offenses are going to
development
roll
teams
out
at
2,
Ubisoft
3,
don't
4
have. Yet
high-level
still,
wide receivers
Ubisoft's
at you in this
ridiculously high
pass-first modern
internal
era.
expectations
If
for
you
such a
can't roll
project have
out
once
5
again prevented
DBs
developers from
and all of
exploring
them
creative
hold their own
ideas.
and be
So I do
trusted to
think
hold
there
up,
is a good
you are
fit
going to
here in that
struggle
this Prince of
defending these
Persia: Lost Crown
pass-first
team was
modern
the
offenses.
original Rayman Origins team, and so to see them go over to potentially a Rayman remake
On
is
second
pretty
down,
cool. I didn't
it's
expect
May.
any sort of Rayman remake,
Hauled
so
in by the
I
tight
do
end,
find that
Henry.
personally exciting
And
idea. I
they'll
thought
move
these
this
types
one
of games
down
from Ubisoft were
inside
done.
the 40-yard
Beyond Good and
line.
Evil 2 being in
Ball
development,
rests
I
at the
feel like it's sunk
37.
cost
It's
fallacy at its
1st and
finest.
10.
At the same time, though, it's the game that just set a record for longest time of development, like
To
over
throw
16
now,
years,
May.
right? At the same time, you spent 16 years on it, they cancel
He'll
it
be
now.
forced
It's
to
like,
just throw
what's the
that one
point? But
away. It's
tens
incomplete.
of millions of dollars
Nice
per year,
example there,
that's a
Mike, of
lot
the
of money
quarterback
to be
just being
blowing
smart
away
with
that
the
Ubisoft
ball,
could easily
understanding it
recoup.
didn't
So
quite
I don't
develop
know
the
if
way
there's
he had
really a right
intended.
decision
Throw that
on
ball
that
out of
game. I know a
harm's
lot of
way,
people are like,
live
well,
to play
cancel it.
another
But at the
down.
same time, you've spent
Short
so
pass
long
taken
on
in
it.
by the tight
You
end.
may as well, I guess, finish it out. With all the
They're going to
projects
take
Ubisoft
this
has
into the
rushed out
red
early,
zone
clearly
to
buggy,
the
clearly broken,
15-yard
clearly not
line.
good to go. I'm just
A
surprised that
fresh
this
set
one,
of
which has
downs to
cost
work
them
with.
so
It is
much,
first down
they just
and 10.
haven't eventually said, screw it, put it
Here's
out there.
May
I mean, they
again.
kind of had that energy with
And
some
he
of the
got
hits
rid of
stolen
that
moments.
one
Like, okay,
quickly
it's been in
before the
development for like
receiver
8 years.
even knew what
We
was
just need to
going
get our
on.
money back.
That's
We
incomplete.
basically built the framework for an Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag remake. So, all right, just get it out there and recoup whatever we can on this. I'm surprised
Throw
that Beyond
again
Good and Evil
is
2
May.
has been
Quick throw
immune
here is
to
complete.
that. Because that really leaves
And
us
he's
with the
going to be
next Ghost
dropped
Recon
after
game,
a
which for
pickup of
me,
about 5.
Wildlands and whatever the sequel to was called, I don't even remember at this point. Were both games that I think if you're
May
just
to the
into
air
a
once
open world
more.
co-op romp, cool. But they didn't really scratch
Gets it
the
away
itch I was
quickly,
hoping
and
they
it's
would, which
caught.
is SOCOM. I really
And
miss
he's
the
going to be
SOCOM
taken
games,
down
like the
short of the
tactical
marker.
awareness
And
that you
that
have
is
to
going to
have
set
while
up
you
an
move around the
interesting
environment,
fourth
like the
down
communications
decision.
you have to have with your teammate. I remember as a kid having the PS2 headset, being able to
And
like
that
voice
is
commands to my
not going to
squad.
work.
That was the coolest
Incomplete.
thing ever. So
And they
that
turn
game
it
never
over
really
on down.
scratched that itch, and it's a very much
And
like
here we have a real
me and
gutsy
character we
call
did.
here, Mike,
Ham
early
Radio
in this game
Podcast used to call it
offensively. I
Ghost
think you're
Recon
giving up a
Boring Lands. It was
surefire
just such
field
a
goal attempt,
by the
but at the
numbers
same
open
time,
world game.
you're
So I'm not too
demonstrating to your
excited in the
players,
next
hey,
Ghost Recon
offense,
game
I have a
unless it is
lot
a
of trust
sequel
in
to
you,
Ghost
and
Recon
let's see if
Future
they have
Soldier.
this same
If it is
approach as
that,
the rest of
I'm
this game
all in.
plays on.
I loved that game. It was so
They
good.
will
Does anyone
start it
remember
on
that
the
game?
ground to
I
run
think
that
that was
clock.
just the
Nice
presentation,
job
the
finding the
comms, the
seam.
story.
Gain of
I
about 9.
I'm going
Just a
purely
yard
off of
short
memory
of that
because I've
first
only played
down.
through once, but I remember in high school, loving that game. I gotta get that one a replay.
So we are at halftime.
Anyway, there's gonna be no movement on the Prince of Persia license until Sands of Time
get right
remake,
back
which
to it,
earlier this
as
year
we'll
we got
get
the
ready
report
for the
from Tom
third
Henderson
quarter.
of Insider Gaming that the project had been rebooted completely at that point. So even that's a long
Return,
ways
it's
off.
Antonio
And so again,
Gibson.
I think it just compounds the idea
And he'll be
that
brought down
there is a
just
lot of unfair
beyond the
pressure
25-yard line.
on Bluffs Crown to overperform.
Patriots offense
way
ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Throwing now is May. That's to the right side. He's got Polk.
And also what a lot of
this
game
pitch and
development
catch may have
companies
looked
aren't
routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps. Oftentimes, when nobody's even watching.
Silent Hill 2
On
sold
the
1 million
handoff,
copies.
it's
Metaphor
Stevenson.
sold 1 million copies
And they'll
in
be
24
set
hours.
up now.
But I do wonder if these companies are looking at those numbers saying, hey, that's good. We sold 1 million.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us. And right now, this defense has no answers.
They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
I guess force our consumers to make very tough choices because this is a luxury hobby. And not only that, but it's a time stake. And all these games are so big and so demanding that once you commit to one, you're not going to be able to play.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
Timeout that they are immune to the market.
Operating from the shotgun,
this is a perfect example of that because January into February, especially February, it's very busy to open up
Second
2024.
time they've connected
on
the drive, and this one goes for 17 yards.
Space, especially if your expectations
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Very little was dropping.
He's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Who are looking just for a new game to play.
Here's second
I'll try that.
and
Wasn't
9.
a full price game anyway. So rant over. Ladies and gentlemen,
to throw again.
The Prince of Persia Lost Crown game will not be getting
There's
a sequel.
That man
DLC
again,
another
catch.
It'll go down in history as a
I'm
really
not sure
cool
what was the
Ubisoft
more difficult aspect of the play. Winning his
yet.
route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
The first round pick looking right at home in this offense. It's a first down.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Getting 8 ads every 20 minutes is actually diabolical.
They'll go again here with Stevenson. And he will wiggle his way forward for a gain of a couple.
It's basically a zombie survival game. You have a shelter.
They have converted twice on third down on this drive, and they need a yard here with 3rd and 1. On 3rd and a yard, here's May.
It's quite scary in that sense.
And he's going to have the first down. They convert on 3rd, and it sets up a 1st and goal.
Early demo code.
What an impressive drive this has really been, and it's a combination of big plays and third down conversions. Now after that last third down pickup, 1st and goal, they got a chance to finish this really impressive drive and come away with 6.
I'm nervous.
This is your mayor, John Ward.
Ball at the 3, 2nd down and goal.
To thank y'all for your patience. Resolve.
Out of the gun, here's May. That is caught back corner of the end zone. Jalen Hope. Touchdown, Patriots. The teamwork was just ideal there. Greg, we don't see practice all week, but we see it pay off in the game.
And when you have a wide receiver, Mike, that can operate near the sideline, it just increases the amount of space that quarterback has to work with. He knows that he can put that ball maybe a little bit further away from the defender, knowing he's got the guy on the other end to not only secure the catch, but to keep his feet in bounds for a touchdown.
Who are at this very moment putting together
Gibson now on the return.
Retake our city.
He'll get across the 20, mark him down to the 23-yard line. Breece Hall making his way back out there as the Jets are on offense again. Trail by 4, touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10.
So just,
the drive begins with a run,
tight.
and it's Hall.
Secure
The
your
defense
homes,
all over this one. They get him
and
behind
I
the line of
assure
scrimmage. A loss of a
the
couple.
tide will turn.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
It's coming to help you.
From the gun,
No plan.
Rodgers. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back.
What they did, it's wrong. It's all wrong. We are trapped. And staying here,
working out of the gun, it's
isn't an
Rodgers.
option.
And that is
You have to get
incomplete.
out.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's
Get out
completing over
now.
60% of his passes, but because they
So
haven't
this
been
is
able
where
to
it gets
get
selected
any
your
big
survivors. I believe
explosive
there
plays, continue to push the ball
is 1, 2,
downfield,
3,
hasn't really
4
translated on the
sets of survivors
scoreboard
you pick
just yet.
There may be more when
On
the
the
full game comes out,
return
or
is
the early
Jones.
access game comes out.
And
This
he'll
is
get forward
Sebastian
a
and
few
Diane.
yards on
So
the return.
Sebastian
And that's where
was
the
the
offense
boss
will
for
take
Diane.
over.
She's a bartender.
The
And it
Patriots
didn't quite get on,
offense and
but they've
Drake
sort of
May
found some
making
common
their
ground
way
since
back
the
out.
whole zombie outbreak.
And he has been
So
in control of
Gunsmith,
this offense. I want
range
to
weapons
run you
are
through
cheaper
some
to
of the
repair.
action from
That's pretty
earlier
decent.
on. He's got the 2 touchdown
I didn't know that.
passes, over 200
Marksman
passing
deals
yards.
more damage
He
when
has
using
been
firearms.
excellent all
I'm
game
guessing
long.
firearms will be slightly later game. I'm guessing.
They'll
I think
start
it'll be
on
lots
the
of melee
ground with
weapons at
Stevenson.
first. Jaded.
And he'll be
Ground
brought
is
down
restored
just
slower
shy of
than other
midfield.
survivors. Oh boy.
Well,
Diane,
after not having much
untiring,
success in the first
being
half,
well
they're able to
rested,
get
being rested
something
is
going
very
on the
important
ground
in this
here
game.
to start
Obviously,
the
you can
3rd
sleep,
quarter.
but
I'd love to see
the
the play
bats,
caller mix in
the
some play
rest
action,
goes
mix in
down
some pass
slower.
game.
Diane
That
is
should
pretty good.
open up some
She's
of
an
these holes
optimist, so the
for
morale
better
sort of stays
situations to run
higher
the ball.
with every base. But she's very poor at crafts, basically. She's not very good at repairing barricades. Okay, noted. Daryl and Leo. So Daryl is a baseball coach to Leo.
Give up the middle
pretty
to
tough.
Stevenson.
He's doing pretty well.
He will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough.
So
With
very
James.
unlikely to
First
get
down.
upset, which is going to be quite useful. Melee weapons are cheaper to craft. That could be very useful. Very particularly early game. I think this could be quite an interesting
here's a give.
set
Running right.
A back
It's
hook.
Stevenson.
Great.
And he'll manage
Leo's
to
very
get
tough,
this
so
ahead
takes less
for a
damage in
pickup of
combat.
5.
Also
They'll
does
break the
increase
huddle.
damage with melee
It's
weapons.
2nd and
Not as
5.
blunt or blades. All melee weapons. I
They'll
kind of like
go
this one.
play action with
Loses more
May.
hunger with each
This
phase, so he gets
complete
a little
to
bit hungry
Pope.
quicker.
That's
Hector
number
and
7 so
Kayla.
far in this one.
So Hector
and
is
a first
Kayla's
down.
dad. Unfortunately,
A nice
Kayla
play
lost
here
her
by
mum.
Jalen Polk, and here's a guy we saw in 2023, Mike, his last year in college, really have a career year in both catches, yards, and touchdowns. He kind of jumped and burst onto the scene.
Okay.
He can play inside, he can play outside. He has great hands, and sometimes even when he's covered, you could just put
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
Dodge a hit.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play. And
Leo.
that's
If you guys
exactly
like
what
me
they
to
did.
do another playthrough, let me know. I'm definitely be down for that.
On 3rd and long, here's May.
This game goes.
This
October
is
20th.
caught. He's got a
1980.
long way to
The
go.
barricades are in bad shape, and they're
Joey
barely enough
Sly
to
comes
survive.
on. They'll
We
try
need
the
to
field
move to a
goal
new
here.
shelter as soon as possible, and then find
He
a way
is
to
2
escape
for
this hellhole.
2. That kick
Find a shelter.
is good.
And move it.
And the
Each phase
Patriots
split in
will
2
extend
phases,
their
daytime and
3rd quarter
night.
lead.
During a phase, you can assign
And this is
survivors
what you
to a
want. I
station's
mean, you
craft,
clearly have the
resolve their
advantage,
needs,
but you
or
want to
scavenge.
continue to apply
Confirm
pressure.
actions
Can you
at the
score
end
every
of the
time you get the ball?
phase.
They're able to do that here.
The map
They
station is
tack
where you can
on
assign
3
survivors
and
to
extend their
scavenge
lead.
nearby locations for resources.
And they'll bring him down
Scavenging
just
begins
shy of
when
the
current
30-yard
phase
line.
ends.
The Jets
Got it.
offense makes their
The
way
barricades,
back
it's not
out to
many
the field
barricades
for their
left.
next
So I
possession.
might put
They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down.
That's a good idea, right? That takes up
the pressure
whole slot
gets
there,
and down he goes. A sack.
But hopefully that will help a little bit.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Fantastic.
To throw,
we have our first location. Let's do it.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
How do I amplify my company culture so that we can attract more talent?
Work People can help you boost your company culture and highlight the values that are really important to your company.
1 quarter remains here in this AFC wild card matchup.
Confirm the action. And that is the first, well, not the first play he's done yet.
They need one right now.
Basically.
Third and long.
We could just run back.
Rodgers
if we want to. Straight back to the shelter. Or see if we want to try and get some items, do some scavenging.
This drive is over before it can start. It's swallowed up to force fourth down.
We have some tape.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him. And instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
Anyone in here?
On comes the punt team now for the Jets.
Sneaking is very, very
good. They forced the punt, trailing here in the fourth
quarter. You can sneak past zombies. You can sneak up to them and stab them in the back. See, if we can
return from the other side of midfield. And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50, set up the offense with a short field. The Patriots offense ready to go as we give you a look at the current playoff race. On the option, they give it to Stevenson. And the defense, good job sticking to their rules. They didn't take their eyes off the running back, who gains nothing. Off the play fake, it's, oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
Big-time opportune sack there by the defense. Mike, they're right on the cusp of field goal range. You can't allow this to become a two-possession ball game here in the fourth quarter. Massive third down coming up here. See if they can get off the field and get the ball back to their offense.
Now, if what you see today looks backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long.
A lot of inspiration
is made
from other games
the open man is
that I really enjoy. Like,
and he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down.
And stuff like that.
It's
done in this like really interesting way where, from what I've seen so far, and I haven't seen much at all, it seems to be a pretty like immersive.
They will get away from that one, and they're going to have tremendous field position. This ball hits
check this out for the
and
first
goes out of bounds.
And quick note, by the way, Mike Laidlaw, the creative director for Dragon Age back in the day, a friend of the channel. He is actually working on this game. Austin Wintry, the composer of like Journey, Stray Gods, Banner Saga, he did the music for this game. So
a tight end in motion now.
A lot of cool stuff in here. So anyway, without further delay,
he'll run.
Thank you to our friends at Yellow Brick Games for sponsoring the stream. And we are going to check it out.
It's second down.
Let's go. Start on normal because this is the demo and I don't like mess with balancing or anything. Arc of the Living Flame. Defeat the Arc of the Living Flame, patrolling Upper Dynevrin to collect a strand
He'll stick to
of
the
its
ground.
power. Okay.
And he is not going to get away.
Hello.
Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up
with this and
third down.
Weathered Bone, which are carved resources. Okay. Is this like my this is my inventory. Okay. I can sleep. Graphic style is
the shotgun.
Pretty.
It's A-Rod.
Pretty kind of cartoony.
He's got his man complete to Wilson.
But pretty for sure. Oh, that's
they
nice.
get 10 yards on the hook up there. Good for a Jets first down.
Okay.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and
so this is not the
age-old question is: do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with. So they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
It super helps support the devs, by the way. It is not just a vacuous action.
To throw, it's Rodgers.
It is a big deal to
over the middle. It's the tight end
very much helps support
And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
I do. I have a map. I have quests. The arc of the living flame was said to be one of the builder arcs used by the Enclave. Able to briefly animate fragments of itself, often referred to as flame servants, the arc cleared away brush, opened paths, and broke new ground before other arcs would shape the newly cleared earth. If it has developed its own pattern like other great arcs we found, claiming some of its power for my own mantle
he's going to keep it himself.
Huge advantage.
A pickup there of 25 yards.
Whoa.
And the Jets have a first down.
Okay. So this is going to be a very lore-rich game.
Rodgers now. He'll run again.
Okay.
And he slides and covers up at the end.
I'm not going to read all of this now.
And picked up decent yardage along the way.
Yeah. Wow. All right. They really fleshed this out. Cool. What is select entry here? Okay. There we go.
Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
All right. That takes us somewhere. Let's go this way. Hi. What are you? Sebastian.
Okay. He'll keep it on the ground.
He doesn't have a lot to say. What about you? Sola?
And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
We can use different
breaking
resources
routes, Mike,
especially
outside of the numbers. Everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
They'll run here.
I don't know if I'm supposed to do this, but I'm totally doing this.
And the Jets are going to have a first and goal coming up.
Oh, the down arrow
should finish off this drive with 6
I just realized there's up and down. Those down arrows should be in red.
Here's Rodgers. It's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. Another shot from the one on 2nd and goal.
Rat dog.
They'll try to run it with Hall. Good blocking, and he's
How do I actually put that? How do I put
Reese
that?
Hall.
Oh.
Touchdown,
Fragile
New York.
Ember's Servant Resonance
A huge touchdown there in the fourth quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? You're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
Okay.
The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the fourth quarter.
Okay. Melton Ice
all
with
even.
Fire. Cool.
Fourth quarter,
Barrage.
everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time?
Oh.
And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The home team's offense ready to see what they can do. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead. On this drive, it starts with first down.
Grasp objects at a distance.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete. The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. The defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Interesting.
Patriots ready for the punt. Important punt here in this tie game late.
There should totally be a button to go right to those codex entries when we pick them up.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up.
Right.
The visitors' offense ready for this next possession. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line. So a lot of real estate to cover. It's first and 10.
We know this isn't a house.
Going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
The one they come home to.
Here's second down.
Ditch your paper trail with these must-have Remarkable tools from Best Buy.
Rodgers.
The Remarkable
That's a short
Paper
one
Pro is
taken in
designed to
by
help you
Conklin.
focus with a
receiver like
and he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
No pop-up ads or notifications.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half.
And read ebooks for hours
Greg and I back for the conclusion.
Marker Plus has the
In a
balance
moment.
and weight of a real pen with a built-in eraser.
They'll drop
And it
to throw.
automatically recharges when it's connected to the Paper Pro.
And this is going to be
The remarkable
incomplete.
marker
That is
tip
great
refill
work
is
there,
reliable and
making things
long-lasting,
difficult
just like your favorite ballpoint pen.
defensively.
But each
It'll
Harvard
set
filled
up
marker
a
tip
fourth
is built
down.
to last for months on end. Changing them only takes a few seconds. Signed, sealed, delivered.
This fielded inside the 35. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there.
No, you're not voice acting.
On 1st and 10, here's May. That's complete to Ramondre Stevenson out of the backfield. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Oh, wait.
This one complete to Bourne.
Yes!
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
For me is
A
how it
clutch throw here to keep their chances alive. Tie ball game. As they approach midfield now, they've got to keep an eye on the clock. They've got to find a way to get this ball into field goal range, stop the clock, and see if your kicker.
Oh, and a pressure there. He can't get a throwaway. And he's taken down.
Flea bites on her legs. That was, I felt,
On
rather
second
more
down, it's May. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough. But now a much more advantageous spot.
I even used alchemy to disguise myself.
Stevenson.
I wore my hair.
Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts.
You can imagine it.
They get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in the fourth.
The word I would use. My patients didn't
Got the
mention it.
distance, and it's good.
To make fun of
He
their best
knocks
customer.
it through from long range.
What's this releasing on?
And they
right here.
take the lead in the final
subs
minute of this game.
But yeah, right.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the fourth quarter.
The visitors' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession.
I think my
They'll start it here with a 1st and 10.
Might change your mind.
He's going to let this one go deep.
Okay.
That'll change things. Out of bounds inside the 35.
Do a little bit more poking around before we go here.
It's a big play when they needed it the most. 41 yards.
And that clutch throw, I think, Mike, just kind of puts overtime at least in their back pocket. But make no mistake about it, I think their opportunity to now win this game in regulation is real. Continue to dial up your best plays. See if you can push this ball into the end zone. I don't think you play for overtime with the ball where it is.
The movement is interesting. So check this out. If I'm running forward
right side
and I turn around,
brought in by Williams.
My character doesn't instantly turn around. Look at my feet.
Still in their back pocket. It's 1st
Like whenever
and 10.
I move, it's almost like I'm in a hovercraft. It's actually kind of cool.
Rodgers.
I've not
open man. He's got Agnew.
Like you can see, if I whip the camera around,
it'll
my
be
character
their
doesn't
second.
just turn on a dime.
They stop
he
the
like
clock
does this
with
like
24 seconds to go in the game.
I'm sorry, they probably just.
He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up.
It looks much more natural.
3rd down.
Yeah.
So now, big spot for the veteran Greg Zerlon.
Even when you turn like
to
this,
potentially
you can see.
Send us to overtime.
It's like you're skating.
This one is on
which
target.
Is again much more realistic than this.
It is
snapping
good.
Back and forth, which is
they have tied things up here in the final minute.
And that's just a big-time kick right there. I mean, think about all the things running through this kicker's head. He knows if he misses it, this game's over. But he's cool. He's calm. He steps up, takes a deep breath, and he knocks it through to extend this game.
Okay, so
They'll
I don't
be
know what
forced
this
to just
stuff is.
throw that one away.
A lot of it
it's incomplete.
What the heck we're doing. Let's go.
They'll try again here. It's 2nd and 10.
Okay. Hence the stranding. I see.
Out of the gun.
Is this
Here's
a game from
May.
the X-Lead producer of Dragon Age? Mike
There's
Laidlaw
that
is involved
man
in this
again.
project.
Another catch.
I don't
and he's
remember
brought
his
down,
official
but they are
position
out
on that.
of
I think he was the creative
timeouts.
director on one of the previous ones. But yeah, Mike Laidlaw's awesome. He's a great dude.
Throwing on third down is May.
Chatted and done things with him over the years, and he is all the stuff he does.
Sending it deep, looking for Osborne.
It was one of the reasons when I heard he was in this game, I was like, oh yeah.
It's going to be incomplete. They took one last chance here in regulation. It does not pan out, and we are headed to overtime.
Wait, is that my target?
So, overtime coming up. Reminder, these rules different from the regular season. Each team gets to possess the football once. After that time, its next score wins. Each team gets 3 timeouts. Any defensive score ends the game. And all replay challenges come from upstairs. We'll play as long as we need to until we get a winner.
Look at this level. Okay. Damn.
As if playoff football wasn't stressful enough, it is jacked up now.
So first of all,
we're back underway with this postseason overtime session. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line.
Okay, if I hold control.
The home team's offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10.
Weaver's grasp.
The throw is May.
So this is the thing that lets me pick up stuff, right?
It's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go.
If you just click, it lifts it up just a little. If you hold.
May to throw on 2nd down. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
Okay.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection.
Are you friendly? Oh.
3rd
well,
and
I
long.
hope you aren't. All right, let's see. Oh, there's my sword.
Operating for the shotgun. It's May. And that is incomplete.
I just watched his troll video, and I've already
forgot. Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The visitors' offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field.
All right,
they'll do so with 1st and 10.
This should blast them back.
That's to the left side, pulled in by Conklin. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
One of the things that makes him one of the best receivers in the NFL, Mike, is his ability to create separation downfield. He makes it so easy for his quarterback to not only find him, to constantly create a nice throwing window like he did right there.
Fine on my
side. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And that ball in and out of his hands, it is incomplete. Might tell you after the game, he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now 3rd down comes up.
I got a little bit of that too.
From the gun, Rodgers.
Maybe there's a...
That's taken in by Conklin, the tight end. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
3rd down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback, and even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
I'm already done. That already done.
Rodgers on 1st down.
All right, we're back.
And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
Jump, leap, and sidestep while blocking. Cool. Block carry is right. Oh, there's a charge attack.
On 2nd down, and run with Paul.
Okay, perfect.
And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. 3rd down and 9.
Weird. Why is my... I'm getting shipped, but I'm not dodging, and I don't. Maybe I have to have a different weapon.
The shotgun, it's A-Rob. And the rush gets there. He'll be tracked down.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Now the Patriots going to use their first timeout.
So what is this?
So now, big spot for the veteran Greg Grizzled. This one to win it in overtime. And this one is off the mark. It is no good. And we will keep going here in overtime.
Such a deflating feeling now on that sideline. Here, you have a shot where you make it, you win. Now your defense has to go back on the field again. And I can guarantee you, this is going to be a slow walk back onto that field.
The home team's offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll start with great field position up at their 45.
All right. I need to figure out what my dodge is.
On first down, they'll start out with Stevenson. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6. We'll go right back to Stevenson. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4.
We're going to try this.
And it leads to 3rd down. They'll try to run for this. It's Stevenson.
Oh, here we go.
And he will have a Patriots first down by a couple of yards. Give him 4 yards. It was 3rd and 2 as they convert.
Oh, and a bunch of rare resources? All right.
On the give, this is Stevenson. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
Can I break this?
They'll go again here with Stevenson. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down.
I don't know if I can do anything on my end. I'm sorry about that. This is all like super
on the carry, it's Stevenson. And he will have a Patriots first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Here's Stevenson. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
So does it drop it?
2nd down and 8.
Okay. That's good. That's good. That's good to know.
Man in motion, heading left.
So wait,
they fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down.
Okay. Okay.
Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time?
What's the range
now Stevenson. And this defense holds its ground. They stop him for no gain, and 4th down's coming up.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage, keep it to no gain.
Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts.
But tapping shift isn't doing anything. Is there a different key it might be?
So, here's the kicker, Joey Sly in a pressure spot. This one to win it in overtime.
Is that going to work against him? Oh, works a little bit.
This kick is good.
There we go. Well,
he got it.
That worked great.
And they are moving on. They survive and advance in the playoffs.
Probably said all, didn't it?
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
So it's a win for the Patriots. It was as tight a game as anyone could hope for. It took overtime to find a winner, but they will advance in these playoffs. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at